Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today? This is Megan with Rad Girl Budgets. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we do everything budgeting on this channel. So if that's something you're interested, you're on a journey to become debt free, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the little bell so you are notified of when I post. All right, so I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys. I won't be too long to make myself accountable, to start writing this stuff down and going back and tracking all of my spending. So you guys saw my last video, or maybe you did, when I wrote everything down here about, it was just my estimation of what everything was going to be. My bills here, my variable expenses, which this is mainly what I keep in my everyday wallet. My sinking funds, which I don't do my sinking funds. I don't put money in there until right before I get paid again, or right when I get paid again, because sometimes things come out that I forget about, and I don't want to take that money out of my account until I know how much I actually have left, and then I get paid. So there's an estimation of about 485 here. I think I'm going to add something on here though, because I did make that post where I want to start supporting some creators on here a little bit. It seems like when I looked at the poll, what most people said was try to send multiple creators something a week, about $5 or so, instead of picking one and sending like a bigger lump sum. So I think that's what I'll do, but I think I'm going to start making I think I'm gonna make an envelope for that so I can start stuffing money in there. And not just for doing that, but for like when I want to buy something off of Etsy or whatnot. And then here it said, I told you guys that this number, I was like, I don't know about that. So I think it's still going to be less than that, because there were things that I'm going to show y'all that I forgot about. Things that I wasn't anticipating. So it definitely is not going to be $723 to play with games, although I already took out half of this. So I took out 360 and I already played with like a good amount of it. I still have 100 left that I'm going to use, 100 or a little over 100 tomorrow on my live. So yeah, let's get into this. So I did write down the actual amounts when I paid these bills. So I was anticipating my energy bill to be $110, but it was actually only $88, so that's good. Planet Fitness has not come out yet. However, I already know the amount, so I wrote it down. This changed because my phone keeps stopping recording, saying that my storage is low, so I bumped it up. So I'm at like the $3 plan now. I don't know. I'm tired of Apple, man. Because I deleted a whole bunch of stuff and it's still saying my storage is full when I'm taking videos or pictures, but I already deleted a lot of things, so something's not right. I made that payment. This is my student loan. I have not made this payment yet. I usually like to wait to the end of the check and see how much I have left to determine whether or not I'm going to, because I don't owe technically anything on it right now, like a payment. But this is what I try to do every paycheck until I get my one last credit, or almost one last. I did forget about my Valero card, which I don't have it written down here, but I have it written on my tracking. So I do need to write down that up here later. I did send my mom the $50 for groceries that she spends on my daughter when she's over there while I'm at work. So she gives her dinner and she gives her breakfast. So I like to give my mom a little bit of something. And then lunch, that is my daughter's account. So I added $42 there. Okay, so I did do it. The only thing I have not done is I need to go back and assign, because this is a new book. I had assigned all of my categories, and I had highlighters that I assigned colors to. So like I have the category for utilities will have a certain color, and then I'll go highlight it. So at the end of the paycheck, I can see exactly how much I spent on what. You will see a few dining things here. This is from my card, my bank card. not from my wallet. Everything in my wallet is gone from dining. And like I said, we're bad about still using it. However, we have been pretty good this time around because it's only been like Sonic trips for the most part, like drinks, which we still need to get better about that too. But I'll tell you, my daughter's spoiled. Every time she's like, oh, can I get some Sonic? I'm like, all right. And then that was the Domino's that we did when we decorated the tree. She asked to have pizza and it was half off that day. So I got a medium pizza with pepperoni and sausage for only $8. So, I mean, you can't beat that. Same thing down here at Sonic. But usually when I say bad is after the money in the wallet is gone, we're still using my card and going to like Chewy's or like bigger restaurants where I'm dropping $40+. So far, like, that hasn't happened. I am off next week, so I am planning to cook every day. All right, so let's kind of go through this. I already put half of my rent away. I split that up between my checks. I did have to buy You'll See Business. I mean, not that I'm getting a lot of orders, but I did have to get stamps, and like 2-ounce stamps. So that's what that was. ATM, that was for my wallet stuffing. Let's see, I did these little stars here, I paid myself back for these because I wasn't able to use my sinking funds for it because I had to use the card. I sent my oldest daughter money, $8, because I asked her, she's now working at Michael's, and I asked her if she could use her discount to get me some of the sketchbooks. They were on sale, plus she was able to use her discount. So I got 4 sketchbooks for $8. So, but I did take that out of the Christmas envelope and pay myself back. Same thing here. These were, when we went to that, I don't even know what you would call it. It was like a Christmas movie / food truck event that we went to last weekend in my mom and sister's neighborhood. They had these little vendor tables. My daughter wanted to get my oldest daughter a keychain, and of course she wanted one. So I mean, it was a better deal. It was like 2 for $12, or you got 1 for $8. So we bought the 2 for $12, and I paid myself back from the envelope. Same thing here, James Avery. This was a charm that my daughter picked out for me, because normally what would happen is when my oldest lived here, the two of them would talk and my oldest would buy something for me. But now that my oldest has moved out, they're not really able to do that. And she just started her job, so I don't think she's really in the place to be spending money. And my youngest daughter was like, well, how am I going to get you something? So I told her to just go ahead and pick out a charm from James Avery on the computer, and I had it all covered up, and I just paid. Of course, she picked one of the pricier ones. It had the color enamel on it, so that was $74. So I paid myself back in a way that I took it out of, you'll see here, sinking funds. So even though I haven't put sinking funds in yet, I had budgeted 50, but now I'm actually going to be taking 75 out. So when it comes time to stuff sinking funds, you're not going to see me put anything into Christmas because it's already actually spent. These two, Target, even though they're not a lot, kind of irritated me because these were supposed to come out on my last check. This was an order I made on December 1st. And if you know, I guess a lot of companies do this, but Target for sure, they don't charge you until it ships. Well, these 2 items, one is a book for my nephew. The other was, I don't know what the other one was, a game or something. For some reason, they shipped later than the others. So these just popped up on my account the other day. I actually had to call Target because I was super confused. I'm like, oh, I thought everything already came out. So I was kind of worried that somebody had been using my card, but no, it was because of late shipping. So this should have been on my last check, and it wasn't. So that was taken out. I forgot. See, and this is why I did not take the full amount for games. That's $700 or whatever, because there were things I knew I was going to forget about on here. A Klarna payment being one of them. Back in October, I ordered a lot of stuff for budgeting, on Etsy, and I used Klarna because it was kind of a bigger amount. So that was still coming out. I'm gonna try. I know there were a few things I forgot about. I don't remember what the other one was. Okay, these right here, I paid off my Chase Disney account, woohoo, with that money from my November closeout, so that is paid off. I paid the majority of my Amazon off, $676. There is like $75 left. I kind of, I thought it was going to be paid off, but I didn't realize that there was still like a pending amount on the statement. So, but I'm close, way better than what was on it. So this is why I do this. This was, I paid myself back from the Christmas envelope because I bought my daughter a charm. Paid myself back from the entertainment envelope in my wallet because my daughter went to see Zootopia. Goodness, sorry guys. So we're going next week, next Wednesday, but I had to purchase that online. So, and it was only $16 for the both of us, and that's why I wanted to do Wednesday. Yesterday was almost completely sold out. That's why we didn't go. But on Wednesdays at this movie place, it's discounted tickets. It's like $6 or $8. I think it's like about $7, and then plus tax or whatever. So, yep, that's that. Discover, and then like I said, I forgot about my Valero card, so I paid $32.87 towards that, and it was down to here. This I didn't finish writing in is my pay from Ko-fi. I'm just gonna put business because I don't know what else to call this. I haven't gotten my Etsy pay yet. I did hear it could take a while, but I've only had 2 orders on there since I started. But I think they owe me like $30 or something. And this came in yesterday, so yeah, I wanted to hold myself accountable for this and just show you guys that I was doing it. I do need to go back and do all the highlighting stuff, but I did it. And how are y'all doing this week? How's your budget going? How's work going? How's life going? Anybody who's doing the weight loss challenge with me, how are you guys doing? Have you started yet? So I weighed myself on Sunday. I'm not going to tell y'all my weight. You will just hear me every Sunday let you know if I lost or not. And then I'll fill out that challenge. My week did not start out the greatest diet-wise, so I probably won't lose a lot, but it's okay. It's a journey. So when I get off of here, I am going to, actually I'm gonna do my Mad Tea Party once I get off of here, one more video. And then I'm gonna get on my walking pad and my vibration plate. And yeah, and then I work tonight though, so I'm going to make sure the next few days that I'm walking on my walking pad and trying to eat better, drink more water. I mean, I'm pretty good at water, but not when I'm at home. All right, guys, so thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you guys for all of your love and support. You guys are awesome, even you silent ones. But hey, if you're out there thinking, man, I want to comment, but you're kind of worried or scared to or nervous, just comment. Like, I want to hear from you. So yeah, but thank you guys so much. And you guys are actually helping me stay accountable because I was not doing this part. I would just go fill in my budget. I mean, when I very first started budgeting, I was on top of it, but I would just do this part. And then I would never go back at the end of my pay period and write all this in. And I was not tracking my spending. But now that I'm tracking it, I feel like it definitely helps, you know. I mean, obviously there's some things I could still cut out. The Sonic drips. But other than that, because of Christmas, I mean, some of these James Avery and Target ones would not be here. But yeah. All right, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Tune in for the next video, Mad Tea Party. We may be finishing. We'll see. And I have been working on another game, so I'm hoping to have that out soon. It's going to be basically like the same concept of Mad Tea Party, but just it's going to be a different theme. And I will show it to you guys when I'm done with it. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.